book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 49. The Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. Verse 32, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given to another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Bahara Kakwadash, the bonds of the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, Shalom to the whole select nation of Israel. They're scattered abroad amongst the heathen, some looking like the heathen, beginning with 144,000 preachers, teachers, and prophets. Shalom. Yeah, real quick, I reported on this the other day, but this is another video. I want you to hear what Esau is saying. Alright? And that nation of a fierce countenance is the same nation of people that's ruling the earth today, that came up against the Israelites back then and scattered us across the four corners of the earth. They're the same ruling class of people today, and that's these Edomites, these so-called white people, beginning with the elites. Alright? Now they're doing the same things that they've always done. Hey, you get the book of Ecclesiastes, I believe it's the first chapter, it says, there is no new thing under the sun. Alright? Now they're doing the same things all over again. Alright? They're not regarding the elderly, the young, the man or the woman, the strong, the feeble. None of that of Israel. They're stripping away kids and sending them off as well. And the parents have no might in their hands. Alright? Now this video is called Immigration Expert. ISIS Medicaid move is about stripping U.S. citizenship for deportation. Right? Now this is the whole point of them getting access to Medicaid and your information concerning where you live at, like your rent, the applications for rent and things of that nature. We reported on that the other day. This is what this is all for, to know where you live, okay? To get access to you so they could come to you, man, and snatch you up. Now, this Edomite is going to make a comment, and it was, they can't follow this Constitution and accomplish the goals they actually set out. Okay? He's going to say that. So what are they telling you? They're doing what they want to do, and things are being put in place, and they're going to make moves to get rid of the Constitution, because the Constitution is in the way. All right? As a matter of fact, all these things are set up for that. Let's just get Micah 2 real quick. And this stuff is already planned out. All right? That's why they're causing all this chaos. They've been given the green light to use deadly force when necessary. All right? Let's get this is the bring forth chaos, so they can do away with their Constitution. Micah 2:1. Esau just not gonna follow it anyway. Alright? So we tell y'all about that. Y'all think it's a joke, but as you can see, things are playing out and they're not following the Constitution. You see more videos now concerning people talking about well, we got rights. No, we don't, man. Alright? No one here has rights, but most definitely us so-called Negroes, Native American Indians, Hispanics, Latinos, Jamaicans, and Haitians, who are the 12 tribes of Israel. Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. See? They're working evil upon their beds, man. And they can do these things because it's in the power of their hands. But it says, woe unto them. So Yahweh Shema Shah is most definitely going to judge these Edomites in America, man. And let's just play the video. That's all I have. I'm going to play the first 5 minutes and 22 seconds, man. So listen good, man. So the stuff we went through in the past, it's coming again. Let's get that real quick since we quoted it earlier. That Ecclesiastes 1. There is no new thing under the sun. We'll get that real quick. Ecclesiastes, I think it's like verse 8 or 9. Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 9, the thing that has been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. NLT, history merely repeats itself. It has all been done before. Nothing under the sun is truly new. KJV verse 10, is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It has been already done of old time, which was before us. NLT, sometimes people say, here is something new, but actually it is old. Nothing is ever truly new. Let's play this. Listen good now.
What California Governor Gavin Newsom had to say in its latest move to escalate mass deportations. The Trump administration is granting ICE access to the personal data of nearly 79 million Medicaid enrollees, including home addresses and ethnicity details, under a new agreement with the Department of Health and Human Services. A DHS spokesperson tells NBC News this is about ensuring undocumented immigrants don't access Medicaid, even though it's already illegal for undocumented immigrants to receive benefits. Immigration advocates are calling it a dangerous overreach, warning that it turns healthcare records into a tool for surveillance and deportation. It's just the latest example of ICE's increasingly aggressive tactics. In recent weeks, the agency has expanded its reach by demanding landlords turn over leases, rental applications, and ID cards of tenants, preventing detained immigrants from getting bond hearings, and firing immigration judges in order to fast-track deportations. Joining us now, David Beer, Director of Immigration Studies at the Cato Institute. David, welcome back to the weekend. Let's go back to the beginning. 79 million Medicaid records of Americans now being made available to ICE. Why should the American people be concerned about that?
Well, what the hell is ICE doing with Medicaid information?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, look, these are U.S. citizen children, really, who they are targeting. If you look at their U.S. Their birthright citizenship order, it's about stripping U.S. citizens of their U.S. citizenship so they're eligible for deportation. It is setting up a scenario where those enrollees, they're U.S. citizens, not the illegal immigrants aren't enrolling in Medicaid. They're already banned from Medicaid by federal law. There's already a process to verify people's citizenship status before they get Medicaid. So it's not about that. It's about getting the records of these kids who they want to deport. They've gone to the U.S. Supreme Court to try to get permission to deport them and round up entire families, including these American kids, and send them to countries that they've never lived in, ever. Yeah. And that really typifies the Trump administration's mass deportation strategy, which the first stage of it is stripping people of their legal status and U.S. citizenship to open them up to deportation. The second stage is to detain people without a reasonable basis. And then the third stage is to deport without due process. And that's exactly what we've seen with these Alien Enemy Act deportees to Venezuela or to El Salvador and then ultimately to Venezuela, because that is their strategy. They understand they can't follow the Constitution and actually accomplish the goals that they've set out, which is millions and millions of people being rounded up and removed from this country, even if they have not committed any crimes or other offenses in the United States.
Yeah, the government says that the ICE will only have this information Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. They can't download it, and they only have it until September. So that's something that I want to toss that out.
Analog world.
Exactly. One of the things that I have been struck with, we may have even talked about it on this show with you, is that we've constantly seen people do what they were supposed to do, give the government information about themselves while they're living here and trying to go through the immigration process. People that are going to the immigration hearing, thinking that, they're at some point at the end of that is going to be the promise of some kind of status, right? The judge saying, actually, you're good. Go leave. There's no case here. Those people leaving, there was pictures of someone smiling as they were leaving because she thought she was good to go. And ICE was standing outside the door waiting on her. We have been telling people that if they do what they're supposed to do in this country, you follow the rules, you become an immigrant. You can become an American citizen, you can become a green card holder. Yeah. That's not actually the case anymore.
Yeah, look, what the Trump administration is doing, and this really goes to the last stage, right? What I talked about, the deport without due process. Yeah. They don't want people to have their day in court. They don't want people to get a hearing. They don't want people to have the opportunity to prove their case. And so what they're doing is having the judges dismiss these cases and then arresting the people and trying to deport them again without giving them their day in court. That is the strategy. Again, it fits in with the stripping people who already have their status,
and it's not about criminals.
Status or parole. And right. It's not about criminals or public safety. They are specifically targeting the people who are following the process, who are signing up to have their names be vetted against anything that we have. They're willing to do anything to achieve legal status in this country. And the Trump administration's response to that is sending them to foreign prisons, is rounding them up and detaining them and deporting them. This is how the Trump administration is carrying out its chaotic and disorderly mass deportation campaign.
And let's have a listen to what California Governor Gavin.
There you have it, man. So you see, Esau is targeting the Israelites. We're going to keep saying it. Okay, and it's only for the true believers. It's 2/3 of Israel. You just can get caught up in it. Some of us can get snatched up, but it's okay. Yahweh Shema Shai got us as a whole elect. Like you said, hey, America, Esau tells us what to do concerning the rules and regulations, but they end up, they backstab them, man. All right, they end up setting them up. And they go against our word. Psalms 55:20. See, this is that same old devil, that same old serpent. So even if you do right, they tell you what to do according to the law, but they still want to lock you up. And like they said, they're coming after legal citizens. All right? So their goal is to what? Strip people of their citizenship and get them up out of here. Okay? Don't ever forget, man, they still questioning the birthright of us Native Americans. All right? And they're going to come down on all 12 tribes, man. Psalms 55 and where is it? Yeah, in 20, it says, he has put forth his hands. Esau is the he. These Edomites, he has put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He has broken his covenant, you see? You see? He is not a man of his word, man. We are at peace. In other words, what that means is we don't bother nobody. All right? We ain't bothering Esau. All right? It says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. You see? You see? So, hey, this is where we are, man. And let's read the last 2 verses, because Yahweh Shema Shai is going to watch over and protect the elect and destroy Esau. For as it said in Micah 2:1, woe unto them, right? Psalms 55:22, cast thy burden upon the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai. Yes, so every situation and problem that we have, thought, whatever, give it to Yahweh Shema Shai. It says, and he shall sustain thee. See, hey, let Yahweh Shema Shai deal with it, because we don't have any power or control over anything, man. All right? He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved, right? The righteous will be the elect of Israel. Yahweh Shema Shai is going to have the elect to be firm in the faith. But thou, O God, Yahweh, shall bring them down into the pit of destruction. Who? Esau, the ones who are backbiters, setting us up with lying words, talking good, but it's really deceptive. Okay? Him that's putting his hands against us Israelites, that's at peace with him. All right? It says, but thou, O God, Yahweh, shall bring them down into the pit of destruction, bloody and deceitful men shall not live out half their days, but I will trust in thee, Yahweh Shema Shai. So you see, Yahweh Shema Shai is going to cut this double time short, man, to deliver the elect. All right? Shalom.